Hey everybody, today is Columbus Day, and today it's a beautiful Monday, 66 degrees out here in the harbor, and I'm going to head out to Outer Brewster Island. This has been something I've been wanting to do for about a month. This was probably the last good weekend to do it, so we're going to head out to Hull Gut and make our way. So join me. Right over there is Spinnaker Island. This is today a development with townhouse condominiums. It's a small island connected by a causeway. It used to be known as Hog Island, and on it was a fort called Fort Duval. Fort Duval was an early 20th century military fort, and on it they had a 16-inch gun. And to give some perspective on that, a 16-inch gun, that's the same size as the large guns on the battleships from World War II. It could shoot basically a Volkswagen Beetle about 20 miles. So that's what was on there, and later there would be a Nike missile base on there. These were the short-range missiles in the 50s, and then when those became obsolete, it got sold off and then later developed into condos. And this is Hull Village over here, and right over there is the Coast Guard base and Peddix Island. This right here is the Hull Gut. This is Peddix Island, this is the mainland. This is usually a treacherous piece of water here. There's a lot of currents coming through here and a lot of boat traffic. So the trick is to stay close to the shoreline here and make around this little hump and get out into the outer harbor. on this sandbar. Come out here once before, and once we get to the other side, it's gonna get a lot calmer. Fingers crossed. This is Great Brewster Island. It's gonna get messy for a couple of minutes, maybe less, hopefully less. Oh, that's shallow. Oh, yeah. There we go. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Made it. This is Great Brewster Island. Great Brewster is one of the multiple Brewster Islands in the harbor, and it's known for its distinct hump right here. This is the Drumlin that goes up about 100 feet. Getting towards the end of the day, I didn't want to go any further to Outer Brewster. Haven't been there before. I don't want to lose light, so we are here for the night, and then tomorrow we'll make another go of it. Walking along the east side of Great Brewster. Managed to put a crack in the camera, so there's that. But this is a pretty wind-swept, eroded part of the island. Out there, Middle Brewster and Outer Brewster. That's the goal for tomorrow. Sorry about the crack. Nothing I can do about it right now. But we're here after sunset. Over there, Boston Light. That's the town of Hull. Peddix Island, Long Island, Spectacle Island, City of Boston, right there. And going further, Cath Island, and then the rest of Great Brewster. It's a foggy morning. Around 3 in the morning I was up and the fog rolled in. There's just one big block of fog. Can't see anything. It's going to be a very, very difficult road to get out to Outer Brewster Island. Not even sure if I can pull that off. So there's absolutely no visibility. So, time for some coffee. First and foremost. Now that's getting the day off right. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, let's have a look here. You know the saying, you can cut the fog with a knife? Well, this really is it. This is super thick. I came here once before and found this bunker that I want to explore. This time I brought a light with me. So let's see what there is to see in here. Some graffiti. Some 20-year-old graffiti. It's a great echo in here. So some kind of room. Ends right here. Ooh. Climb. And there's a door, a hatch. I'm not gonna try that. Probably completely overgrown up there. Too bad about all the trash. Some kind of vent. They built this right into the side of the Drumlin. Ooh. Quite sure what these are. A drain. There's a shaft of some kind. Want to be careful walking around here. Some other shaft. And that's pretty much it. That's it. That's the long and the short of it. Walking along the eastern shore of Great Brewster. This part right here, normally be able to see Middle Brewster and Outer Brewster Islands and the lighthouse. Fog is so thick, can't really see anything. Tide is almost at its lowest. Kind of interesting because with the tide being this low, you could almost walk from one of the Brewsters to the other. Wow, this is really cool. Look at all that erosion. It looks like the seawall, or the defense wall I should say, still intact. These are all the pieces from days of yore. Here's a piece of it. Right here. Wow. That's really something. What a beautiful morning. I get a chance to try out my new boots that I just ordered. These right here. Check these out. A little shout out to the company that I buy shoes and boots from, Union Boot Pro out in Wisconsin. Fantastic company, real small. These are made in the United States. So American made boots, really good quality, and the price is the same as any of the Chinese made stuff. So I'm not getting any advertising dollars from this. Union Boot Pro out in Wisconsin. Walter, he's the guy who runs it. Fantastic. I'd recommend him. And of course, trying to buy anything American made is always a good idea, because the job you save, well, it might be yours. So let's enjoy some more of this seawall and see where it takes us. That's the end of the line right here. That's the edge. I'd say this is a good 15-20 foot drop. My GoPro died on me, so I'm using my cell. Take a look at this. We're 100 feet up. That's downtown Boston, Deer Island. That's Calf Island, Green Island, and in the distance the Graves. That's the lighthouse. And these two islands are the middle and outer Brewster. It's an amazing view from up here. It's quite the climb, but definitely worth it. I'm going to do a little more hiking around here, and I'll see what other video I can put together. Some ruins on the path, old structures. It's actually an old bench. And then right here, an apple tree. Just tons and tons of apples on the ground. Pretty amazing. At low tide, you can walk from Great Brewster right out to, almost walk to the lighthouse. The harbor here is really shallow. In and around these islands, I think the deepest spot I've ever seen is 50-55 feet. The rest of the depths range anywhere from 5 to 25 on average. I saw what looks like the doorway to a bunker around here. This is on the other side of Great Brewster. Let's see if I can find the doorway. Won't be able to do any exploring today, but definitely an island worth returning to. Look at this view. Oh my goodness. And that's the way down. So I'm doing this one-handed. I'm going to turn the camera off before I spill down this hill. Time to head back. Fog is burned off. Looks like a beautiful day. Didn't get out to Outer Brewster this trip, but did get a chance to explore a lot of Great Brewster. So Outer Brewster will be an adventure for another time. Thank you for joining me.